you go blow off steam. When you go blow off steam, accidents happen. When accidents happen, you get an eye patch. When you get an eye patch, people think you're tough. When people think you're tough, people want to see how tough. And when people want to see how tough, you wake up in a roadside ditch. Don't wake up in a roadside ditch. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
No one just hands you the title, most advanced technology in its class. It needs to be earned. Earned with smart beam headlamps. Earned with vented temperature control seats. Earned with an 8.4-inch touchscreen. And if you're driving one, you know what it means to earn something.
Euphoria, Calvin Klein.
We are HTLA Radio 1.
Welcome back, gang. You are listening, as always, because you're always listening, aren't you, to Crash Talk on HTLA Radio 1, New York. I am the host of Crash Talk. Yes, I am. Chris Crash Jesus Taylor. That's what you can put on the lawsuit when you come for me, because, oh, it's a gooder today, isn't it? We're talking today about Reservoir Dogs, the Pennsylvania American Water Company and the American Water Company nationally today on Crash Talk. Their illegitimate business practices, the extortion, the blackmail, the deceit, the list goes on, and the whole time, the Public Utility Commission assigned to watchdog those bastards and make sure they never do that again, you bad people. The only fine I have ever found levied against them was $2,250. I'm not making that up. You guys can go and verify this info on the web yourself. You've got all the fine research utilities and tools right there next to you. Go and search that up and just be prepared to be blown away, because this is really a huge problem. It really is. Now, if that weren't bad enough, folks, yes, Crash is about to get even worse in the third segment of the show today, because it does get worse, and it gets a whole lot worse, and I'll tell you why. The federal government, those people you love to rely on and love or hate, or pretty much everything you can possibly, every kind of emotion, I'm sure you can equate to the government in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's the political side, the administrative side, or hell, just the flying the flag side, the patriotic side. My favorite. Yeah, okay, well, those guys, you would think have laws. Yes, and you would think they'd have policies and procedures and certain things that they let companies get away with and certain things that they don't, right? Well, sure. Absolutely. And there's also things out there like the Better Business Bureau, right? Where you can levy complaints there. Actually, Better Business Bureau was a huge source of complaints against the PAW, but that's beside the point. There are these third-party consumer advocate groups, but they can't do anything. The reason that the PUC is so sexy is because it's headed up by a bunch of those same private rich people that own the PAW. But also, these are supposed to be concerned citizens. Concerned. Absolutely. They don't want anybody, treading on their Pennsylvania people. No. We love our Pennsylvania people, don't we? Well, that $2,250 fine certainly was a slap in the face, wasn't it? No, but my real problem with the PUC now goes even further than that. It goes back up to that federal government level I was talking about a minute ago. These people of the PUC apparently, and I'm not making this up, they apparently have the rights and legal ability to overrule a Supreme Court judge's ruling on an issue when it pertains to the PAW. You heard me. You just heard. If you want to stop the show, replay it back the last 30 seconds and play that again, by all means, go ahead and do it, because that's exactly what I just said. They have so much of this self-proclaimed authority that, no, that judge's ruling, we're not going to accept that. Yep. Thursday, February 28th, 2008. Information was last updated on this little piece that I'm going to give you here, Wednesday, July 1st, 2009. The Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission has delayed until March 13th a decision on an appeal by a group of West Shore citizens seeking to stop the disinfectant chloramine from being added to their water. Activist Susan Pickford of Camp Hill and others filed exceptions on August 5th. Now, a decision by Judge Marlene Chestnut, who found that the PUC does not have the jurisdiction in the case because it's a water quality issue. The PUC was expected to vote today that Chestnut's decision be upheld. Excuse me? Excuse me. The judge makes a ruling, and now you guys are going to vote to see if it's going to be upheld or not. What? You lost me. Okay, wow. Like, think about that one for a minute. Judge says it's this way or the highway, and you all sit down and vote whether you're going to accept that or not. Really? Well, what are you going to do if you don't accept it? What are you going to do? Oh, you just ignore everything and carry on because you're the big money, right? Yeah. We're not going to accept it right now. We might, maybe on March 13th, maybe. But, we might vote to go to June. Yeah, June. June's good. We won't accept your ruling until maybe June. In which case, we'll vote again and obviously decide not to accept it. So, maybe September? Why is it that you and I, the people of this great nation, we're governed by laws, and if we break those laws, we're accountable. How come these guys aren't? Just asking, just putting it out there. What up? Anyhow, the water company officials contend that chloramine is safe and the switch is necessary to meet future drinking water standards. Really, what standards are those? Is there some international committee somewhere of rich people basically figuring out what percentage of lead, oil, gasoline, chloramine is in our drinking water? That seems to me to be, I don't know, a public choice? It still is baffling me how you can take water from a clean river, that being the Delaware or the Columbia or any other river for that matter. If the source water is clean, what do you do to F it up so bloody bad that it comes out cloudy? It comes out stinking of all these chemicals. When you wash your hands after they dry, they feel like you're an alligator. What is that? That is not natural, people. No, it's not. But it's all okay because the PUC fined the PAW $2,250, right? Yeah, not so much. Now, the customers also filed the same complaints with the Department of Environmental Protection and the EPA, which issued the permits for the switch. What? The Environmental Protection Agency. Yes. I'm going to play the PAW here for a second. I'm going to work my acting chops, as it were. Okay. So here we go. Hello, I am the Pennsylvania American Water Company. Environmental Protection Agency. Hi, this is the Pennsylvania American Water Company on speakerphone here. We just wanted to call you and ask you if you could give us some permits to switch everybody's drinking water here in Pennsylvania. We've got this clean source in the Delaware River, and we've got millions of gallons in our reservoir. We got to get this out to our paying customers, but first we want to introduce a whole bunch of contaminants. A whole bunch of cloudy goo that we're not even sure what it is, but it's sort of green, it's sort of gray sometimes. We want to add all these things, and this chemical here, chloramine, we'd like to throw all that in and pump that out to the people as soon as possible in our gasoline or oil product filled lines. Could we get permits for that? This is the voice of the EPA now. Well, yes, PAW, that sounds like a hell of a good idea. Consider this your rubber stamp, and we'll get the paperwork out to you next week. Thanks for calling the Environmental Protection Agency. Are you freaking serious? Guys, wake the hell up. It's your water. They even say on their website, it's the one resource you can't live without. And it's only a penny a gallon. Actually, it works out to about $5.40 a gallon, but we're not going on actual customers, are we? We're going to go on what they say, because it's only a penny a gallon for that sludge. Damn. I don't always get mad, but when I do, I drink Pennsylvania American water. Was that good? I thought that was good. Anyway, gang, we're coming up on the hour here. My time is running short. I'd like to thank HTLA, Radio 1 New York City, for having me here. And, of course, all of you for listening. Always, it's a pleasure. And I'm just going to leave you with one last side note. Even the Pennsylvania American Water Company's own employees, yes, the ones who work for them, the ones who pump that sludge into that clean, wonderful water from the Delaware, even they, in the last 2 years, have taken issue with their own company 3 times for this reason. Quote, utility workers take seriously our responsibility to serve the public. When we learned that Pennsylvania American had been terminating vital services to consumers without providing notice, we took action to notify the proper authorities. This is from Kevin Booth, the president of Local 537 of the UWUA, who is the primary union working with them. And they're lovely company, I might add. It's lovely. Anyway, time for me to go. Thanks again, HTLA Radio 1 New York. Check them out, htla973.com on the old interweebs. Check out my show there on the broadcast, as well as anywhere else you can find it. This is Chris Crash Jesus signing off from Crash Talk. We'll see you next week.
HTLA Radio 1. You will lower your shields and prepare to be boarded. We will add your distinctiveness, your advertisers, and your sponsors to our own. Resistance is futile.